Welcome to Q&A practice. Let's start out with defense attorney. Ready? Here we go. Now also you testified that your address is 324 Rose. Is that right? West Hills? Yes. And are there two houses that are in back of yours? That is with adjacent right two houses. And what would be the street that would run by those houses that were in back of yours? I parallel Tulip Drive West. So of the two houses in back of you, their front doors would front on the Tulip Drive West. Is that right? Yes. Is there some sort of fence on the back? Yes, a fence across my entire backyard, except for an opening that's approximately 3 feet wide where there is a big Edison pole. Along this back line of the property, is there any kind of vegetation? It's very thick, very thick. What would it be? A bush of some sort? There is heavy bush. The neighbor's ivy is climbing up on the back over the fence, so it's very bushy. Would that be? Do you mean on your neighbor's side of the fence? Yes. In fact, does it extend any further than the back of your property? No. Thank you. I have no further questions. Thank you. You may cross-examine. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Smith, what type of a fence is it at the rear of your property? It's a wooden cedar grape stake fence, approximately 6 feet high. All right, 6 feet? Yes. And do you know now what the dimensions of your lot are? How many feet by how many feet? It's 80 feet across the rear. 80 feet across the rear. How deep in the lot? Approximately 110. All right, do you have an estimate on the depth of your backyard? Is it about 30 feet deep, the backyard? That would be a good estimate. Now, I gather from your testimony that nothing was taken from your house. Is that right? I don't believe so. You don't believe that anything was taken. Is that right? Right. Now, you talk about Tulip Drive West is a street to the rear of your house, is running along houses that are behind your house. Is that right? Yes. Is this a main street, heavily traveled street? I'd say fairly heavy, yes. All right. It's more heavy traveled, for example, than Rose is. That a fair statement? I'd say so. All right. And just across Tulip Drive West, beyond your house, there is a parking lot on the Tulip side of Tulip Drive West. No, there is other cuts, a hole too there. I don't think my house or the rear to my house faces that. Faces the street or the parking lot. They face the street, not the parking lot. There is a street that runs along. In other words, above Tulip Drive. Is that right? Well, actually, what it is, it cuts diagonal from Tulip Drive West to the street that I live on. All right. Is there a parking lot on the other side of Tulip, somewhere in the area behind your house? Not really. I mean, there is a police department across the street. All right. Police department is fairly close to your house. Yes. And the fire department is there. Yes. And then the main city buildings are in that area, aren't they? That's quite a ways across the street. Actually, 1, 2, 3 streets. All right. Is there a gas station there on the corner of Tulip Drive in this area? Yes, it's across 3 streets, between 3 streets, right? All right. Now, if you walk on down Tulip Drive to the west, would you end up in an area near the ocean? Yes. All right. And you look at the front of your house. Now we are back out on Rose, looking at a playground or something in front of it, isn't there? It's a school. All right, it's a big open field. Am I correct? In front of your house? Yes. Grassy field. It's grassy for portions of it. Portions of it is left in its natural state. And then you point, you could, to where the ocean is. Is that right? Yes. All right. Now you told us that you have your security system. You have a sign there right on the front of the house, isn't there, that says Hawk Security? Yes. Okay. And is there a vacant lot nearby your house? A couple houses from it? 2 houses, 3 houses down. Which way? Which direction? That would be to the west. On Rose? Yes. Thank you. Those are all the questions I have. Anything further? Just one, Your Honor. Mr. Smith, how far are you from the police station? As the crow flies, approximately a block. About a regular city block, then? Right. Thank you. Nothing further. Anything further? No, thank you, Your Honor. All right, sir, you may step down. You are excused. Thank you. All right. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll recess in this matter until 1:30. Bear in mind, during recess, you are not to discuss this case among yourselves or with anyone else, and you're not to form any opinion concerning this matter until the case is finally given to you. If you would just leave your notebooks on the seat of the chair with the pencil at the end of each session, they will be here for you. At the end of the day, the bailiff collects them, locks them up, has them for you the next day. All jurors, defendant counsel are ordered to return to this court at 1:30. Thank you. I know that was a lot. Take a rest. All right, we'll try this. Looks like it might just be 2 voice. Q&A. All right, we will start with defense attorney. Ready? Here we go. You indicated that you were told to bring all the photos in question. Yes, I was. Is it your company's procedure to photograph all the damage when complaints are filed? That is correct. I understand that you followed the procedure. Yes, I did. Were you the one who took the photos? I had a photographer with me. Yes, I recall you said it was someone from your office, correct? Yes, we have a photographer who works with us. Did he take all the photos? Yes, he did. Did you bring all of them? I brought all that I had. Okay. Do I understand that you were the only one who saw the photos from your company? The photographer gave them to me. I didn't show them to anyone in the company. Will you describe what the photographs are of? The fences and damage on the property. You say that there are photos of fences, correct? Yes, there are. All right, that will conclude our Q&A practice.